Today we're going to be talking about Mother Cybele and how you can have a chance to win 540 raid gems. Hey, welcome, I'm LeilaFox. Today we're going to be sharing the story for Mother Cybele. She is the brand new legendary Night Revenant champ for August, and she happens to be the latest fusion. She's part of the Night Revenants, so let's check out their faction lore. Disciples of the Cleth Death Cult, the Knights Revenant see themselves as vessels of the spirits of the dead of their order. They raid indiscriminately to capture slaves, to support themselves and as ritual sacrifices. Upon initiation, devotees surrender their bodies to the spirits of dark warriors. Now we'll find when we see the story from Mother Cybele that she definitely fits as part of the Night Revenant. Her story is a bit creepy and it does fit into this whole part about sacrifices and about how the Night Revenants use people to surrender their bodies. Make sure you stick around because I'm going to share details about how you can possibly win 540 raid gems. So let's get into the story from Mother Cybele from the Tellarian Lorebook of Champions. At the heart of the vile Knights Revenant cult lies the belief that true immortality can only be achieved by providing the spirit of the deceased with new mortal host to possess and control. Their initiates readily surrender their bodies to the elders of the cult, whose souls are held in limbo by dark magics until a suitable vessel can be found. Few of these madmen are fortunate enough to be granted the same courtesy in the future. But specters of the long-dead evildoers are a force of corruption unto themselves, baleful to anything mortal. Guiding them into a body to overtake it and replace the host's living soul without ruining the vessel is a task only an exceptionally skilled warlock can hope to accomplish. It is a craft they guard jealously, as the cutthroat nature of the cult would ensure any apprentice who had mastered it would gladly dispose of their mentor. Therefore, many of the soul shepherds, as these warlocks are known, go to great lengths to extend their lifespan and build contingency plans to transfer their essence to new bodies should disaster befall them. Among them, few are as old or as powerful as Mother Cybele. For centuries, she had lingered in the shadows, honing her dark mastery and serving as an advisor to the cult's inner circle. It was by her hand that many of the most infamous Night Revenant warriors were brought back into the world and set loose against the forces of Lemea. She is like a spider at the center of the web, tugging at the threads without being seen unless she wishes. Her name is spoken in hushed whispers, full of reverence and fear, yet none knows Cybele's true identity or how she had lived for so long. Some believe she is a withered crone beneath that crimson mask, a walking corpse, head by the force of her malice and will. Others maintain that Cybele learned the true secrets of immortality and conceals her youthful face, lest the members of the inner circle realize and seek to pry the knowledge from her. Whatever the case may be, those who foolishly spread such rumors tend to disappear without a trace. The wiser initiates merely assume Mother Cybele has a pact with her fellow soul shepherds and receives a fresh supply of mortal vessels ahead of the less privileged members of the cult. Now, the Dark One's plans are in motion, and the Night Revenant flock to the hallowed halls to play their part. Cohorts of thralls, fanatic sectarians, and villainous warriors of yore, now given form and allowed to walk Tellaria again, stand ready to hail the arrival of demon-spawn armies. Yet Mother Cybele appears to be in no rush to answer the summons. She faded into the darkness once more soon after Bad Alcazar arrived to the cult's bastion in the Stormwind Wastelands. Who can tell whether she is working to enact the necromancer's apocalyptic design elsewhere, or if the time is nigh for her to break free and follow her own agenda. Wow, okay, so that was the story for Mother Cybele, and I don't know what you guys think, but it was definitely a bit creepy. Like I was saying before, the Night Revenant are probably going to be known as evil. I mean, they're obviously evil. You see that they serve Siroth, they work with the undead, they even talk about working with Bad Alcazar, and there's pretty much nothing, there's nothing good about that story. They talk about Mother Cybele possibly being around for a really, really long period of time, that maybe she discovered immortality, you know, and then anybody that asks, all of a sudden it disappears. What's interesting with Mother Cybele in game is she has a bit of a unique kit, and that her A3 3, it swaps HP with an ally. And not only does it swap HP with an ally, but there's also some buffs that are given. And this fits in really, really nicely with her story in some kind of weird way. Because again, remember with her story is that they talk about collecting bodies, collecting souls. It goes partly along with her story of how they suspect that she has discovered the secrets of immortality as a way of having more health, as a way of living for a longer period of longevity than she should. So I think it's kind of interesting and a bit cool that they decided to add in this kind of ability with her in the game, where it's some kind of, in a weird way, kind of fits that part of the Night Revenants and kind of fits her story. So it's really interesting. It fits into the kind of the creepy tone of the Cleth death cult that the Night Revenants have. And like I was mentioning before, it also kind of ties in her abilities in the game as well too. I also like how her story kind of dives into the Night Revenant faction lore in a bit. Like when we look at that first paragraph of talking about how initiates surrender bodies to the elders of the cult and how their souls are in limbo, and how the Night Revenants pretty much, they transfer and they take in the bodies as well too, because it also does tie in. If you check out my story for Verself the Grim, which I'll also have that linked up top on the right, that also, his story kind of goes into something like that as well too. All right, 540 gems giveaway. It's really, really easy. If you would like a chance to win, make sure you leave a nice comment down below and tell me what it is you liked about this story. Also, to make sure that you guys were listening and made it this far into the video, the secret word I would like you to add into your comment is hearts. Because kind of the joke is she looks like she could be the Queen of Hearts. Make sure you're also subscribed, and the giveaway is going to end on August 21st. More information will be in the details below. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, check out some more videos up here in the playlist on the top right.